It's your girl T here, back with the inspired vidya. I know you guys are having a beautiful, blessed day because you're tea timers. It's absolutely what we do. Our affirmation of today is, I am happy, healthy, and whole. We're happy, healthy, and whole. We're tea timers. It's just what we do. I had a question in my comments and it inspired me to do a vidya. Also, I had a beautiful coaching call today. She knows who she is. So there's some gems that came out of that one for myself, and I will talk about them later in a further video. The question was, I'm being triggered all the time by my 3D. How do I get out of that? And I don't have family support around me. They're constantly triggering me. What do I do? And revision. How do I revise? I'm not familiar with that. So I think you guys sometimes get caught up in affirming for your SP, and you forget that there's a whole world full of other affirmations you can do in terms of the manifestation technique itself, in terms of manifesting for yourself, in terms of your self-concept, etc., etc. So for the specific question of, I get triggered by my 3D all the time, how do I avoid that? You can't. You're going to get triggered. It's going to happen, but you can make it an ease of access with your 3D. You can say to yourself, the 3D never triggers me. Only my positive thoughts manifest. I can look at the 3D with no feeling. The 3D is neutral to me. I do not get triggered by my 3D. My 3D is nothing to me. My 3D is for information only. You can make up any wording you like to indicate to your mind that the 3D has no power over you. And you can say things like, I'm a master manifester. I know, what was the other one that I used to use? You could say, I am safe. That's a good one. I am safe. When things come up that trigger you, saying, I am safe, I am safe, I am safe is a really good one, because your brain's job is to keep you safe. So if you say, I am safe, it will stop from rapid firing those negative thoughts towards you, because it's trying to get you back to your old belief system to keep you safe. So I am safe is a really good one. And when you are looking at your 3D, remember, it is old dead thoughts. It's old past beliefs and old assumptions that you made. So when you're looking out into it, it is a good place for information to look and say, oh, that person's always being this way to me. Maybe I need to work on that. Oh, my SP always tells me to get lost. Maybe I have a certain belief that men don't stay, or my partners don't stay, or etc., etc. You know what I mean? Like, the 3D gives you information on areas that you may or may not need to work on, and what you're doing well at as well. Because if you manifest in things that you've been affirming for a while, and they come up, celebrate them. Oh my God, I manifested that. That's fantastic. So revision is a way to change the way you perceive things from the past. So it's a way of looking at something differently so that it changes the outcome of what's happening in your 3D. As an example, if this girl that wrote the comment is always thinking that her family doesn't support her on her manifestation journey, or her SP, she didn't specify in the comments, you could say things like, my family's always been supportive of me. No matter what I do, my family has always been supportive. My family has always loved my SP. My family loves my SP, and they'll do anything to see us together. That revises the previous belief you had that your parents or your family don't support you and they don't support your SP. So it cancels out the old belief that you had previously, that maybe your family is not supportive of you. They think that you're crazy for thinking manifestation's real, or whatever the belief is that you have. And by saying always, that indicates to your brain that it has been this way from the very beginning of when you started to manifest, which is birth, until now. Always indicates that it has been that way for all of eternity. So that's a good way to revise, by using always. Another way is, let's say, for an example, my SP broke up with me. Let's say yesterday my SP was like, I never want to see you again, we're done. In my mind, if I wanted to see that didn't happen that way, and that it happened a different way, I would envision my SP saying to me, you're the love of my life, I can't live without you, I'm so glad we're together. And I would hear them say that to me in my mind, and I might reply something like, I love you too, I'm so glad that we're together, you make every day of my life better. And I would replay that over and over, especially for the first 20 minutes in the morning and before I went to sleep at night. And as your subconscious, because it can't tell what's real from fake, it in terms of pictures, because your subconscious reads in pictures, if you replay that over and over, it thinks it really happened. So when the belief actually kicks in that did happen and your subconscious brain believes that that is a real thing, you will see that the chain of events that follows in your 3D has been revised, or it will change what the outcome is. So instead of your SP not talking to you anymore, they might start sending you flowers, coming to your door and being like, I'm so glad we had that talk yesterday. It's truly surreal when it does happen, because I've revised so many things in my life, and at first when I started doing it, I didn't know or believe that this was going to work. And then I tried it and it did revise things, and it was magical to me. Like, I was like, this is real. I know Neville has, he had, pardon me, a way of, he would revise everything that happened throughout his day right before he went to bed. He would see things the way that he wished that they had gone, as opposed to the way they did, every single night before he went to bed. And that's the way he kept his world in alignment with the way that he wanted it to be. So that's another revision technique. You can revise all the things throughout the day before you go to bed that you didn't like and the way that you wish that they went, and then it will change the outcome of those circumstances. And you're going to ask me how long this takes. It depends on how invested you are in the outcome you didn't want. So it could, I revise throughout my day. Like, when things happen, that same minute that they happen, I see them the way that I wish they played out immediately. And a lot of times it will instantly revise and the person won't remember we had that conversation, or the outcome of the conversation we were having will go in a different direction. However, there are some things that might be a little more challenging and could take a couple of days, a week, a month. It's up to you. It's up to what your hard-coded beliefs are. But revision does work. And if you're confused on doing it yourself, there's also revision subliminals, where they walk you through on a guided revisions technique meditation, or there are revision subliminals where you can just listen to revision statements that are general and cover everything to help you along the way. So I just wanted to directly answer that question, because I was going to do a short about it, but it's kind of a lengthier answer that I had to give you. So I did an inspired video. Again, I'm working on my coaching program. It's coming out quicker than you can ever believe. And I love y'all, but not as much as you should be loving yourselves. Have a beautiful, blessed Friday. Bye.